today. I read an article about a Marine, a veteran, who was attacked by these group of teenagers who allegedly promoted Black Lives Matter. These teenagers, I don't think, in particular, before I even get into the details of the story, I don't think that they were a part of the movement. I think they knew about it. I think they just wanted to use that as a staple. Maybe they just wanted to, elicit some kind of feeling from this person that they asked a question to. But whatever the case may be, they had seriously pushed back the ideals and the movement of Black Lives Matter. Not significantly, but just enough to make like a little dent in the movement so far as it stands. So in the story, a Marine, a veteran, went to a McDonald's to order a meal, and while he's there, he got questioned by a group of teenagers. The teenagers went up to him and asked him, "Do you think Black Lives Matter?" The Marine himself ignored them. He didn't answer them at all. He continued to order his meal and continued to wait for his meal to come to him. Now the teenagers looked at it as him, being ignorant, not ignorant, but being racist by not answering the question. So they went from asking him the question to insulting him, to assuming that he was a racist. They then joined together chanting that he was a racist, saying that he didn't believe that Black Lives Matter, and so on and so on. The Marine still made no comment and just waited for his meal until eventually he got his meal. He left. When he left the restaurant, the McDonald's restaurant, right? He left McDonald's, and immediately when he left, not immediately, but I guess when he was leaving the place, he was cocked in the back of the head by these teenagers. The Marine falls to the floor, goes unconscious. He wakes up to find that his wallet was ransacked, it was looted, $400 worth of cash is gone, and his credit card has been also taken away from him as well. He is feeling woozy because he has been struck in the back of the head very, very hard. He falls to the floor very hard as well. He eventually gets a cab. The cab allows him to get to, I think, a college that he used to attend, and from there he goes to a hospital, if I'm correct. You can check out the stuff for yourself if I'm not correct, but these are the basic things. He was attacked, that did happen. He did get robbed, that did happen, and these kids were promoting Black Lives Matter for some strange reason. That happened. On the point of the Black Lives Matter movement, Black Lives Matter is a movement that is supposed to help gain an equal footing for Black males, females, transgendered, gay, basically LGBT, people who have been to jail, undocumented Black workers, all these things under the spectrum of the Black people have been the basis of the movement. To be treated with respect, to be treated as equals, to not be treated as a statistic or a stereotype. And unfortunately, this event has pushed us back, I believe. On the point of Black lives, I do think that not only is the external part of what the movement is about is very true. It's very true. I believe that there are people who are definitely very racist, very stereotypical, who just want to use fear and hate to promote their ideas and to just promote their agenda to probably just eradicate what they don't like. To say that that's every police person, that's not true. To say that every single person that you've encountered who is a police officer is a racist who will shoot you in the back immediately without any regard is not true. But I do believe that there is an injustice made by the police enforcement by the government, and by many officials who choose to keep Black lives down, because unfortunately that's how America usually does work. We're Black, African Americans, and we're not really meant to be equal citizens. We never really were we? We weren't. But there are supporters and there are people who actually do think that we do earn this, that we have earned this, that we do need to be on equal footing, that we do need equality entirely, without fear, without statistics, without believing that every Black person is like this. And I do agree with that. I do agree with that mentality. Now, the one thing I don't agree about for Black Lives Matter is that to change the external view, you have to truly change the infrastructure. If you see the common urban Black man, they're the people who promote the drugs, who promote the murder, who promotes tremendous amount of sex, who promote getting fast cash, easy and out. These people are the ones that are making the statistics. They're the ones who are making the stereotypes. They're the ones that the police force are using to justify the people who are the minority of the Black people who don't act like that. The ones who act like that are the majority, and unfortunately, it's the popular view. That is one of the many reasons why we're pushed so far back to where we are. We are acting like ignorant people. Ignorant people who don't seem to have any kind of formal education, who don't know anything past a simple rhyme that we can make for a 5th grade type of rap. That our etiquette, that our rhetorical skills and the way that we speak is that of someone who has not come out from elementary school. We are not promoting ourselves in a very good light. And to change the outlook of how we appear, we have to go from the infrastructure, from the inside out. Because if you don't, then how can we change someone's opinion about us when they have so much things to grab from? We can't. So on that point, I do think that Black lives do matter, but what matters the most is changing ourselves. Not losing our culture, but just shifting the bad things that we do not need, the trash, and take it out and fill it in with things that we truly do need. Better education, more people who have jobs, more people who actually are willing to learn proper grammar, people who actually are trying to promote things that are not just about sex, drugs, money, and having a good hedonistic lifestyle. We need to push that forward.